Hi, I'm Rob from Rob's Been Running. I hope you are doing well, staying safe and training hard. We are back with another road shoe update, and it's a shoe that I spend all my road miles in. It's the Guide model, and this is the Saucony Guide17. I've run the Guide model now for several years, and each year it has gotten better. The shoe, the cushioning of the shoe has gotten softer with each version, and the design is improved year on year as well. This time though, Saucony have made some major updates, so let's get into these now. The Guide17 is one of Saucony's stability shoes aimed at people that pronate, which is the way the foot rolls inwards for impact distribution upon landing. The aim of this shoe is to protect the foot and the ankle by providing medial support to assist with the natural movement. Previously, this support had been done using a plastic structure on the inside of the shoe, and this has changed in the latest model. If I pick up the older model here, so the 16, you'll see that medial support along there. And that was the same in all of the previous models as well. So let's get in some facts and figures about the Saucony Guide17. The shoe weighs in at minus 269 grams in the UK 9. That's 20 grams heavier than the previous version, which is a shame. The heel offset is 6 mil. That's a 2 mil less than the previous shoe. So you get 35 mil on the heel, 29 on the forefoot. So that's a reduction in cushioning from the Guide16, which is disappointing. The price is £135 on the Saucony website, reasonable for today's market, and only a £5 increase on the previous model. The shoe comes in multiple colourways for men and for women. So let's go through this shoe in a bit more detail. Okay, we're going to start on the outsole, and the outsole has gotten bigger. The footbed is much wider to give you a larger surface area for grip, traction and support. And if I just show you this compared to the previous model, I mean, that is a big outsole. That's the previous model, and I thought that was quite big. But when I compare them, and it's not going to come across very well on camera, but you can probably see how much bigger that is, even by looking like that. I mean, it's really overlapping a little bit there. That's huge. So that is obviously part of the new medial support with this larger base in which to cradle your foot. But yeah, it's much wider. And the blown rubber is still on the same wear points around here. You can see that. And obviously aim to keep the rest of the weight down. It's already got 20 grams on it. You wouldn't want any more rubber than that if you want to keep the weight down. The EVA foam is exposed. However, I didn't have a problem in the previous version with that. I have run this already, and in wet and dry, and it's pretty grippy, so no issues there. The midsole is made from a good helping of Saucony's Power Run foam, offering a nice cushion ride, and a Power Run Plus insole. If I could take that out here for you, for extra comfort. And these insoles are great. They're nice and thick, really padded, really bouncy, really comfortable. So that's nice. One big update to the midsole is the brand new rocker geometry. This piece here is definitely new. If I look at the previous version, it's much more aggressive, the new one. Can't really see that very well, but it is more aggressive. And we'll come back to that later as well after the video. But it should give better transitioning from heel to toe. The medial support has been replaced by new technology. It's called center path technology, and it's a more modern approach to stability, focused on comfort and protection. Saucony says that this shoe has more rebound than previous models, but we will see. With less cushioning, I'm not sure about that, but maybe. Onto the upper. So Saucony have kept this lightweight upper mesh. Loads of perforations. It keeps your feet really cool. Had no issues with it on the previous model. It's pretty much the same, and it feels good, very comfortable. Keeps your feet cool in hot weather, so all good. There's a few structural overlays, but not many. You've got a bit down the side here, small piece around the toe bumper, and around the lace eyelets as well. So not too much going on there. The lace loop that was on the previous model, in order to give you a good hold in the midfoot, I'll show you that here. This one. The idea of this was to lock your foot down. That seems to have gone on this one. So they obviously thought that that wasn't required. So I'm not sure why they've removed it, but I'm assuming there was a reason. Regarding the width of the shoe, average width, good room in the toe box, not too much but not too little either, so that's good. The shoe is true to size. I bought this in a 10.5, no issues with size at all. The form fit contoured sock liner that we just discussed is good, hugs the foot really well as it does with all Saucony shoes, no issues there whatsoever. Good lockdown in that shoe. The tongue is gusseted in the shoe as well, you can probably see that in there, which is good, stops the tongue moving around. There's less padding in this tongue than the previous version, not a lot but a little bit. I'm okay with that though, because I think there was probably more than needed in the previous version, so this is pretty good. The lacing system is pretty standard. One thing they have done is they've changed the laces. Now these are quite soft laces. I preferred the laces on the previous version. I'll just grab that again. These laces had a bit more substance to them and feel quite grippy, so when you tie the shoe up and lock it down, they don't move. I'm hoping now that these ones still hold nicely. They do feel soft though, so I'm hoping they don't slip. So yeah, we'll see. As I said, the tongue's slightly less padded. The padding around the heel collar and the heel cup is good. The structure in the heel is very good as well. I don't foresee any issues there, getting good lockdown. And lastly, there's a redesigned tab on the heel here, just to help you get in and out of the shoe a little bit easier. This shoe is classified as a vegan shoe, which is great, and it's made from fully recyclable materials, which is even better, so good for their environment. So we took these shoes out for a couple of runs recently. Let's take a look and see how I got on. Right, so here we're going alright so far. The shoe is feeling pretty responsive. I wouldn't say it's as responsive as the previous version, but maybe it just needs to get bed in a little bit. But definitely I think the foam has got a denser cushioning, and I suspect that's to do with the change in setup in the midsole, you know, removing the medial support and then yeah, moving to this new system. But shoe's comfy, can't lie, and yeah, we're bouncing along quite nicely at the moment. So and we've got a beautiful day for it. It's the evening now, but you know, it's nice and warm, 21 degrees. Got the shades on and only a t-shirt, which is amazing. So long may it continue. But let's crack on, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. So we are about a mile away now from the flat. I must say the shoe's forming quite well. So similar to the previous model, but yeah, with that different midsole, there's definitely a different setup there, and you can feel that. But other than that, all good. The upper's comfortable, the shoe fits well, cups my foot very well, feel like I'm secure, locked into the shoe. So yeah, absolutely no issues on that front. But we will get back out of all this noisy traffic and wrap this review up. See you then. Okay, so we're back. So I've done 32 miles in this shoe now, so I've got a pretty good idea of how it's going to perform, and I think it felt quite different from the previous model. Certainly that rocket geometry, the more aggressive rocket geometry, was a bit weird to get starting with, and also the medial support being different definitely felt weird. However, not uncomfortable, just strange after I've been running in the Guide 16 for so long. So yeah, the shoe does feel well balanced though. That extra weight doesn't seem to be giving any issues at all. I couldn't feel the weight, to be fair, when it was on my feet when I'm running. Didn't feel heavy, so that was good. Although Saucony did suggest that this gives more rebound than the Guide 16, I'm not so sure. I personally think that the Guide 16 was a bit more snappy than the Guide 17, but I think, you know, that remains to be seen. I've only done 32 miles in this. Maybe when I've run a few more, this will start to come to life. I don't know, we'll see. But certainly, as of now, I thought the Guide 16 was certainly more snappier. I remember when I put the Guide 16 on for the first time and it had all the reviews to say that it was softer cushioning and all of that, it just, you know, it felt so good. It felt like I could do tempo sessions in it. This one just feels like a daily trainer. Doesn't feel like you could do necessarily so many tempo sessions in it. You can, but obviously you're not going to set the world on fire with your speeds. So, but anyway, that's fine. It's not really designed for that, but it would have been nice. We'll see how it beds in anyway over the next few miles. The upper was comfortable as always, no issues there. The lockdown was good as well. I had no issues with those new laces, so that was all good. I had no medial or lateral slippage in the shoe, which is also good. So yeah, all good. Lastly, on durability, the Guide 16 has held up well. So I've run 275 miles in this one so far. It's still holding well. There's a little bit of wear obviously on those wear points. You can see that the heel is wearing down there, but you would expect that from these shoes. You're running on the hard stuff all the time, you know, they are going to wear down pretty quickly. But otherwise, the shoe's holding up well. I expect this one to hold up as well. So yeah, all good in that respect. So in conclusion, really, I'd say it's a fair update to the Guide model. It's an interesting decision to change the medial support, I thought, so we'll see how that goes in the future. Moving away from that traditional support method is obviously something that they've been working on, which other shoe brands are also done as well, I guess. So we'll see, and maybe we'll come back and give you an update on that, see how that performs. The only negatives I think I'd have on here is that I preferred the laces in the previous model. You know, these work okay, I just preferred the others. Losing 2mm in cushioning, you know, not great. It's not uncomfortable at all. But you know, I think the extra cushioning was a good thing. And a weight increase is never good. Although I say I don't feel it when I'm running, it's still 20 grams. It's extra weight for you to carry around. So it would have been better if this hadn't increased in weight, but who knows? Let's see what happens when the Guide 18 comes out. You never know. If you want to find out more about the Guide 17, there is a link in the description below in this video. But otherwise, that's it. Another shoe review done on the channel. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you found it useful. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit that bell icon if you want to be notified of any more videos when they come up on the channel. But as for that, I will leave you here. So train hard, race hard, have fun, and until next time, I'll see you soon.